Hey everyone, Mac here playing Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and in this video I'll be showing you the 20 co-op campaign Endgame Intel collectible locations. That is quite the mouthful, but if you pair these with the 11 that you can find in missions, you'll unlock an achievement or trophy for finding all 31 of the available intel in the game. This is a separate mode from the campaign that works similar to an extraction or DMZ mode, and it's available once you complete the campaign for the first time. The 1 out of 20 in the top left corner is based on the in-game career menu, so you can keep track of which ones you do and don't have, and then in the top right corner is the hint that the game gives you, for example, Factory Office, where we showed our first collectible. For the second one, the clue is writing the next Malibu novel. It's available in Zone 3, which does require a decently high combat rating, and you can find it in the location named Marine Villas. You might want to use the minimap, the compass. You'll notice at the bottom of the compass it shows you the name of the location, and you can obviously use the cardinal directions for a little bit of guidance. For this one, you'll want to go upstairs and into one of the side rooms to find it on a desk. The third collectible based on the in-game menu has the hint, "We salute you." For this one, go to tier 2. You'll end up near the Coliseum. If you head into the Coliseum, you can then go into the underground part of the bunker here, and you'll be able to find the intel in here. The fourth one has the hint named The Boardroom. For this one, go to tier 3, Hightown, which is kind of a downtown core area. You'll notice a very, very tall building kind of in the center, and you'll be able to ascend up a couple of ropes. Once you reach the very top, you should be able to navigate to a boardroom, which has your intel. The fifth piece of intel brings us into tier 2. The hint is Helo traffic control, and it brings us to the heliport. This one is one of the easier hints to figure out if you're trying to do it yourself. And for this one, we're going to go to the traffic control room inside of the heliport. You can just approach the building from the front, ascend to the rooftop, and here you'll be able to find a small little communication tower. Head in there to find it. A matter for City Council. This hint can be found inside of Tier 4, which has this awful red hue to it. We're kind of in the center of Lowtown here, and I believe this is some sort of City Hall type building, although I don't know if it's necessarily marked. If you head through the front door up the stairs on the left, you'll find it on the desk inside. For the hint, the signal is strong. We're going to end up in tier 2 near the very bottom of the map, not far from the named area called the listening post. You'll notice that there's a bunch of like satellite dishes and radio towers here, but we are just off a little bit from that city center area, kind of near the top. And here, if you go into the back building, you'll find it on a desk near a computer. The next hint for collectible number 8 is Seasick. This one's pretty easy. Obviously, it's going to be somewhere on a boat, and this one's kind of near the very middle of the map in Tier 3 as it reaches Tier 4. There will be 2 yachts parked outside of this kind of little dock area, not far from a statue. And if you go and approach the yachts, going to the left one as you approach them, you'll hop up in the back to find your next collectible. The collectible hint is 4, but the collectible number is number 9. The hint is obviously going to point us towards the golf course. We're kind of at the very southern end of the golf club in the top left corner of the map. Here there is a small kind of building. It looks like maybe a house, and inside of this house you'll be able to find that intel. You probably spent most of your time looking for this one inside of the golf club facilities themselves. The intel with the hint condo by the fair will take us to zone 2 inside of a marked area called Pier District. If you kind of start near the middle of the town, you'll notice this building off to the side with a bunch of scaffolding and blue tarps. If you navigate up those blue tarps towards the rooftop, you'll be able to find the collectible here on the top floor of the building next to a bed in a closet. The hint rustic home for number 11 can be found very much near the northern tip of the map in zone 3. There is one house here at the end of the road, and if you head inside past the fireplace and up the stairs, you should be able to grab it. Royal Banquet takes us to Zone 3 in Hightown as it almost reaches Zone 4. At the very southern tip, you'll find a long building that is pretty tall as well and has a couple flags outside of the building. Just head past all the stuff through the front door, and as you enter into the front door, you're going to want to continue straight past the staircase into the back room and to the left corner. Here you'll find a little bit of a banquet center with the collectible on the middle table. The hint Policing the Sea can be found in Zone 3 in an area called Coastal Security. If you come to this area just past the bridge, you'll be able to find it kind of inside of this little restricted complex inside of the building, but you're going to want to head up the stairs and to the rooftop first. The first one I personally got was Breezeway, available in Zone 1 near Clifftown. This is in the northwestern corner of Zone 1 as it goes into Zone 2. You'll see this kind of curved road that goes up a hill and underneath a walkway, which is often referred to as a breezeway, and inside of this building between some desks you'll find the collectible sitting on a table. Going by the numbers in the menu, number 15 has the hint of Northwest Glamping. We're going to end up near the northwest of the map, just north of the golf club in Zone 3, and you'll notice that there is a quite modern looking mansion built into the side of a hill here. You'll want to use the staircase from the outside to head inside and then past the pool table into the bedroom, finding the intel on the nightstand. In Zone 4's area called Fort, near the bottom left corner of the map. Watch out, there'll be a lot of high-level enemies here. Feel free to use your invis if things get a little bit tricky. You can head inside of the building and grab the intel before making a quick escape. The next one can be found in Zone 3, not far from Hightown. Orca Target is the hint, and it's available on the boat in the middle of the water, which you should see pretty easily on your map. If you head to kind of the center location of the boat on the middle floor, you should be able to find it after coming in through a door, and it's located on a chair in a hallway. One of the easier hints is Holy for number 18 out of 20, but it is in a harder zone, Zone 4, Lowtown. You'll be able to find a cathedral-style church not far from the marina, and then you'll just be able to walk through the front door, and you want to end up on the balcony areas on the left-hand side, and you'll find a small office in the back with the intel on a table. In Zone 2, not far from the Chop Shop, you can find the collectible with the hint, it's a climb, and as you can imagine, it's on a tall tower at the top of a hill, and there's quite a climb to get there. You can ascend using a rope, or you can try to glide your way here from the beginning of the match, and you'll notice that there is a kind of large radio tower, satellite tower, spire at the very top of the hill in the restricted area. For this, all you want to do is climb up the ladder all the way to the top to get the collectible. I will do a little bit of power and magic of editing to make that nice and quick for you. At the very top, find it in the corner. Last but not least, we can find the bedroom with a view hint, and this is near the excavation site as Zone 2 turns into Zone 3 in this exact building. You just want to go through the front door, up the stairs, and around the corner. You'll find a nice bedroom with some antique furniture. Across from the bed, there will be a dresser with, hopefully, your final intel. If you have 31 out of 31, including all 20 endgame and 11 from the missions, you will unlock your achievement or trophy. Thank you so much to Cluck for capturing the majority of the clips in this video. Make sure you drop a like if it was helpful, and special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Peace.